Hobo Don. I worked with the bistro car attendant out of Seattle on and off for about 12 years, and I gave him the nickname Hobo Don. Don was bitten on his face by hobo spiders while sleeping in a crew car on the way to Chicago. The attack left him very ill, and after recovery left him with quite a few scars on his face. I used to make an announcement while passing the Burlington Northern Railroad hump yard in Seattle that went something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, coming into view in a minute, we'll be looking at the Burlington Northern Railroad Balmer hump yard where I hired out in 1977. I did a lot of humping there when I was a young man. You can see the hump tower, hump switch shack, hump switch engine, hump lead, the hump that the hump switch engine humps cars over, and the hump tracks down below with a retarder on each of the hump tracks controlled by the hump switch foreman in the hump switch shack. There she is, folks, the Balmer Yard Humping Switching Facility. Hobo Don got a kick out of that announcement and always reminded me to make it. However, I had a feeling that I was going to be called into the office one day, putting an end to any further humping announcements. We were nearing the hump yard one day, and Don was egging me on. It's the hump yard. You could talk about it. I made the announcement like I had 100 times before, and all the while I could hear Don next to me counting each time I said hump, humping, or humped. 17, 18, 19, 20. Enjoy that hump yard, folks. In a couple minutes, we're going to be looking at the Puget Sound waterway, I said, and hung up the microphone. That was a 21 hump salute, Hobo Don said, laughing. For the remainder of my career, I only mentioned that the hump yard is where I hired out in 1977, managing to dodge the office on that one. Hobo Don had brought a mountainous chunk of property in eastern Washington that he lived on, which was pretty much the truth, as people who have visited him told me. In order to get the property paid off, he worked a few years longer than he had planned. He turned 69 during one of our trips, so I had a banner made. Upon entering the diner car that he was working, he was greeted with, "Happy Birthday, Hobo Don, number 69, painted across a large banner suspended on the wall.